Welcome back, everybody. On this Veterans Day, we are honoring the men and women who fought for our freedoms of our country. According to the Census Bureau, there are close to 16 million military veterans living in the United States, and 35,000 of them have experienced homelessness. One of the critical organizations helping disabled veterans gain back the freedom is the Gary Sinise Foundation. And with me now is the man himself. We have actor and humanitarian Gary Sinise and founder of the organization with us live. Gary, a pleasure to have you on the show. Welcome to Morning in America.
Thank you. So good to be with you.
Before I get to your organization, for starters, you've been a staunch supporter for veterans dating back to the 80s. Where did that calling come from for you, and what does this day in particular mean?
Oh, gosh, it's probably multiple things along the way. It starts, of course, I have many veterans in my family, on my side of the family, on my wife's side of the family. So it kind of all starts there for me. Got very involved with supporting our Vietnam veterans back in the 80s. In the 90s, I played Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump, and that started a relationship with working with our wounded through the Disabled American Veterans Organization. And then September 11th came along, and I just felt called to serve in a greater capacity and started volunteering for the USO and supporting multiple military charities over the years and nonprofits that were trying to help. And then eventually started my own organization, the Gary Sinise Foundation, in 2011, and been very, very busy with that ever since.
Yeah, and the rest is history. I also understand you went to Highland Park High School, just outside Chicago here. Big military community there, too. I bet that played a role as well. And talk to us about your organization, because one of the amazing things it does is help build these homes for vets. Tell us how these homes are especially designed for disabled veterans, Gary.
Well, I started working with home building for veterans back in 2010, before I had my own military nonprofit. There was a quadruple amputee, a soldier who'd been blown up in Iraq. His name's Brendan Morocco. I was approached about trying to support with a fundraising concert to help raise money to build a specially adapted smart technology home in Staten Island for him, and that got me started. And now here we are, eventually starting the Gary Sinise Foundation, and we are about to give away our 94th home today.
Yeah. I want to talk about that, too. It's remarkable what you've done, but that new home today is going to retired Army Sergeant Joshua Hargis. I was reading about his incredible story. Tell us a little bit more about him and what he and his family are in store for today.
Yeah, Joshua he's a U.S. Army Ranger. In 2013, he was deployed in Afghanistan. He was a canine handler, so he worked with dogs. He had a beautiful dog named Janie, and they went into a hostile place. There were a lot of IEDs planted, and there were suicide bombers, and he lost 4 of his teammates. He was injured very severely, lost 2 of his legs. Both legs amputated. The dog was killed, unfortunately. And he's just a remarkable, remarkable guy. Beautiful wife, Taylor, and 2 young boys. We wanted to do a special home for him. So we build these homes, with each individual in mind. They're not cookie cutter, one size fits all, because everybody's different and they have different needs. And we want to adapt to that because we're trying to provide a home that they can raise their kids in, and it can be kind of a forever home for them. So this home is going to be, they're going to live here in Tennessee. I moved my foundation to Nashville about 2.5 years ago, and I'll be driving out there in about a half hour, and we're going to present them with a beautiful new home. This is our 94th home that we've given to a severely wounded service member.
Yeah, well, congrats on all the success. I can't imagine how emotional today is about to be. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.